Hi, welcome. My name is Britta, and I'm guiding you through today's practice. This will be a very chill out, lazy Sunday morning practice. You can do this on a Saturday too, on a Wednesday afternoon if you feel like it. We will be on the floor the whole time. So I'm gonna get started, and please follow along with me. Okay, so you guys need a mat, a blanket, or you can use a towel here too. 2 blocks ideally. If you don't have blocks, feel free to roll up 2 towels or use 2 pillows and a spot by the wall. All right. We're starting laying down, and we will stay down there for the whole practice. So when you come down, make sure your feet are into the wall so you have the right space. Here. And bend your knees. Walk your feet wide so your pinky toes are touching the edge of the mat, and allow your knees to come together. You can move the blocks down a little bit out of the way. Rest your arms down by your side. Then just take a deep inhale through your nose into the belly. Open your mouth and one more. Inhale deeply. Open the mouth and let it out. And last one. Inhale deeply. Open your mouth and then allow your breath to quieten again. Just allowing the body to breathe itself without you doing anything. Just begin to notice all the points where your body touches the mat or the floor. Starting with the soles of your feet, your hips, your low back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, the forearms and the back of the hands. Bringing the attention back up towards the neck, back of your head. And bring your attention to the top of your head, to your face. Noticing any tension, but not trying to change anything. For now, just observe. Notice if there's tension on the forehead. How's the sensation around the eyes, between your eyebrows, the temples and jawline, the mouth, the throat. And then bring your attention to your breath. Just begin to notice the gentle flow of breath by your nostrils. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with each inhale and exhalation. The rise and fall of your belly with each inhalation and exhalation. Again, not influencing anything, just observing what is there right now. Maybe you notice your breath is slow or fast. You notice if it's deep or more shallow, if it's regular or irregular. Your mind gets drawn away from your breath, just gently guide it back with compassion for yourself. And then slowly begin to deepen your inhalations and lengthen your exhalations. Your inhalation, drawing the breath through the nose all the way into the belly. And on the exhalation, breathing out through the nose. And drawing the belly in and up. And try maybe bringing your palms, your hands on your belly, just below your belly button. So when you breathe in, you feel your belly rising. And when you exhale, you feel your belly coming back towards the floor. Creating your own breath rhythm here. Just inhaling deep and exhaling long and slow. Breathing through the nose into the belly. On the exhale through the nose, all the air out. And try to maintain this breath throughout your practice. And when you're ready, slowly begin to walk your feet together. Hold of your blocks. Bring the soles of your feet together, coming into bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Support your knees. If you're a little tighter, feel free to just stand the blocks up. Put them at an angle, or you can support them closer to the hips. So really find where your body is best supported here. Bring your palms facing up, arms to the side. And on an inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, long, slow swoop down. Inhale, sweeping up. And on the exhale, going long and slow, moving with your breath. Down. And one more. Next time your arms are down by your sides, you're changing to single swoop. So on your inhale, you're sweeping your right arm up, and at the same time, you're looking over towards your left shoulder, freeing up the space on the right side of your neck. On the exhale, swoop your arm back down. And then when your arm is down, look up. Inhale, swoop your left arm up, look over your right shoulder. Yeah, exhale, swooping the arm down, and then turning the head up. 2 more on each side. So inhale, swooping up, turning over the shoulder. Exhale, swoop down, and then turn the head back to center. Left side. Exhale, swoop it down, look up. 1 more right, swooping up and turning the head. The exhale, bring the arm down, look up. Inhale, left arm. And exhale, back down. Turning your head back to center, bring your arms out to the sides, and then bend your elbows. Kind of like a goalpost position. If this puts a lot of strain on your shoulders, bring your elbows down a little bit more so it's more like a W. On your exhalation, slowly begin to lift your arms. And you want to bring your forearms together, elbows and wrists at the same time. You inhale, you're opening back up. Your exhale, you're bringing your arms together. It's probably a little harder to bring the elbows together, so really focus on those a little bit more. Inhale, opening. Also see if you can really energize your hands, your fingers. Last time, bringing your forearms together. Inhale, open. Allow your arms to rest in this position for a couple rounds of breath. Check in how you're feeling. Come back to your breath rhythm, breathing deeply into the belly. On the exhale, drawing out all the air. And then slowly bring your arms back down. You can move the blocks away a little bit. Bend your knees into your chest. And just gently hug them in. Feel free to rock a little side to side if that feels good. Also do a couple circles, circling the knees on the ceiling. Going both directions here. And then hugging the knees back to the center and pull them into your chest. Try to keep your feet and your shins parallel. And then come back to your breath. On the inhalation, you really want to broaden your upper back, your rib cage. And on the exhalation, lengthen the tailbone away from the top of the head. So inhalation, you expand, you broaden. And on the exhalation, you lengthen the spine. And bringing your palms on top of your knees, fingers facing towards your feet. On an inhale, allow your knees to move over your hips, straighten out your arms. On the exhalation, pull it back in. And keep moving like this a couple more times. So on the inhalation, moving the knees away, breathing into the belly. Your exhalation, you pull the navel to spine to create space for your thighs. All right, last time, when you bring your knees away from you, allow your feet to just dangle. So no need to lift the feet up here. And with your hands on your knees, get a good grip here so you get a little stretch of your arm and your knees are supported. And you can rest the low back into the mat. Breathe. Good. And then hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. That's why we're by the wall. So try to press your whole foot, heel to toes, into the wall. If there's a little bend, push yourself back. If you're too far away, feel free to scoot a little closer. Hug your right knee into your chest. And then bring your attention just to your right toes, waking them up, wiggling them, spreading them, making a little fist. You want to pick up something with your foot. And then begin to circle the ankle. Nice deep circle. Going one direction first, and then the other. And we're moving on to hip circles. So bring your left arm out to the left, and then either keep holding on with your right hand for circles going out, up, over the midline, and down. Drawing circles with your knee. If you like, you could also let go and just use your leg alone. Really also go over the midline. And when you go over the midline, keep your right hip down, not moving the body too much. And then switching directions here. And the leg in the wall will support the stability in your body here. Good. Then hug the knee back into your chest. Always stay a breath or so before you begin to move into the other pose. And then from here, again, I like to use no arms at all. Just extend your leg to the ceiling, straighten it out. So if you're down here, that's fine too. If your knee doesn't stretch fully, that's fine too. Just give your best. And then begin to point and flex your foot. So pointing is pointing the toes to the ceiling, and flexing is reaching the heel towards the ceiling. You can also do a couple circles with your ankle here, just noticing the different sensation that brings compared to circling the ankle when your knee is bent. Good. And then flexing your ankle again, pull your navel to spine. And on an exhalation with core control, slowly lower the leg down. Press it into the wall. Again, if you have to adjust, do that. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Take a breath. And then bring your attention to your left toes. Wiggle your toes. Spread them. Bend them. And then circling the ankle. Circling the ankle the other direction. When you do those circular motions, always come back to your breath too. So you're not racing ahead with your circles. And then again here, bring your right arm out now, and then either guiding your leg or without arms, begin to circle the knee, just moving the hip. Might notice one side is different than the other. It's completely normal. Switch directions. And then when you're done on this side, slowly hug your knee back in, take a breath. And then extend your leg up to the ceiling. Again, doing your best here. It's not about how it looks, it's about what you do in your body, which is stretching the back of the leg here. And then pointing and flexing the foot. Circling the ankle. Then flexing your foot again, pull your navel in. And on an exhale, slowly lower down. See if I can slow it down even more here. Good. So both feet should be in the wall now. When you inhale, your arms overhead, palms facing each other. A deep inhale here. If arms overhead like this is constricting you, is painful, feel free to keep your arms wider or even down to the side. So wherever works for you. And then press your heels into the wall. Keep breathing deeply. Maybe even push your toes in and push yourself a little bit away from the wall. See how that feels. And then staying like so just for a moment. Reaching up through the right hand a little bit more. Pressing the right foot into the wall a little bit more. And then relax. And reach through your left hand a little bit more and press into your left foot a little bit more. And relax. Now the diagonal. So press into your left foot, right hand. Feel the connection in the body that's going across. Now relax. And then left arm, right leg. Reaching and relax. And slowly bring your arms back down by your sides. Bend your knees. Bring your feet flat. And we're coming into a rolling bridge pose. So for your setup, make sure your feet are about hip width. The knees are hip width, and hip width isn't the outer hip here. It's your hip bones in the front, and you want to draw pretty much a straight line from those hip bones to the center of your knee. Bring the soles of your feet pretty close to your hips so you can almost graze them. You don't have to fully touch them, but just like this. And we're going to move on an inhale, on an exhale. So we inhale here, deep breath, belly, rib cage, chest, breathing in. Exhale out, and then tucking your tail, lifting up. Now inhale here, breathe, belly, rib cage, chest. And on the exhale, slowly lower down from the top, from your shoulders, all the way down, vertebra by vertebra, to the hips. And we continue to do that, breathing in. Exhale, lifting up. Breathing in here, lifting the chest. Exhale down. And one more. Inhale down here. Exhale, roll it up. And we stay up here. So you can either come into restorative version of this. If it's a really lazy day today, you place your block under your hips by the SI joint, the flatter bony part here, the sacrum. Lift your chest up. Stay here. You can also put this on a little higher level. Just make sure you really keep lifting your chest. So the chest, collarbones, the sternum lifts to the chin, and we're not overly tucking the chin. Or you bring your hands together under your back and lift up, coming into regular bridge. Just keep lifting up the chest. Try not to allow your knees to splay too wide, and continue to breathe out of them. Any of those poses, if you feel you're ready to get out and I'm not yet getting out, feel free to do so. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. So if your arms are under your back, you release your arms. If your block is under your hips, you lift up and remove the block. And then on an exhale, slowly rolling down, taking your time. When you're down here, just stay down for a couple of breaths, allowing the back to neutralize again. And bending the knees into the chest. And if you have stuff on the side, move it away. Then roll to one side. Doesn't really matter which. Both hands down and come up to a seated position just for a moment here. Because we're going to do a little counter pose to the bridge pose. We're going to do a restorative fish version. You just roll up your blanket about this much. You can do more or less depending on your upper back mobility. If you don't have a blanket, use a towel. You could also roll up your mat. So just something that supports you. And it will go right here. So under my shoulder blades. You move back, lay back down, then try to hit this roll. Come down. There's space between the roll and my armpits here, and I'm rolling back. So my shoulders come back to the floor behind me, arms coming out. If this doesn't feel good for your neck, you can always put a little something under here, like another towel, or just use a lower roll here. And then, if you're still close enough to the wall, Bring your feet back into the wall and slightly push back, giving you a little bit more extension. Lifting the chest. Really breathing into the area by the collarbones. Just staying here, relaxing, but at the same time still guiding the breath into the chest, keeping that area lifted actively. Staying 2 more rounds of breath here. And slowly begin to bend your knees again. And again, rolling off to one side. Roll to your side. Use your hands to come up. And then here, just roll it back out. And we're coming straight back down. And make sure you're far enough from the wall. And we're bending the knees again. Take a breath or two to come back to your own breath rhythm here. And then bring your right ankle across the left thigh and really bring it, so I'm showing you here. So bring the ankle bone all the way to the left side. So it's not here, but it's all the way over, even if your knee comes in a little bit closer. Then just stay here for a moment. Let that sink in. If you like a little bit more stretch in this area, bring your right hand, gently press the thigh down towards the wall. Again, you could stay just here. Or you begin to lift your left leg up. Keep your left foot flexed as well. Flexing the feet protects the knees. And if you like, you can bring your hands around and gently pull your left knee in. Keep your left knee slightly bent. It gives you a little bit more of a lever so you don't have to pull so hard with your arms. And instead, use your right forearm to gently push your right thigh away from you. And come back to your breath rhythm. And see if you can guide your breath into the area where you feel the most sensation. So if you feel a lot in your right hip, see if your inhale can expand that area, and then your exhale, let it go. Each inhale expands, opens up, and on the exhale, just let it go a little bit. And let your hands go. Bring your right thigh all the way across the left. Allow your left foot to come to the floor. Arms out into a T or like goalpost arms. It's kind of your choice here. And then walk your left foot a little bit to the right and allow your knees to come over to the left. Call it a twisted twist. So you can keep your head just looking up to the ceiling. You can also look over your right shoulder. So you feel a little bit more stretch on the left side. If this compresses your neck on the right side, then just look straight up. And really try to relax into it. So even if your feet start to slide a little bit after a while, kind of unravel, that's fine. Just notice if you're holding on to anything.
Staying about 3 more rounds of breath here. If you've lost track of your breath, now's a good time to come back. Just this nice deep breath, inhaling and exhaling, letting out all the air. And then on an inhale, slowly bring your knees to center, turn your head to the center, and keep your legs crossed as they are. Just walk your left foot over to the left, and then allow your knees to come over to the right. So you probably feel this more in your left hip flexor, outer hip here. If this feels like a lot, feel free to place a block under your left knee on the right side. As for your arms, again, you could bring them out like goalpost arms or a T. You can also bring them down a little bit. That feels better on the shoulder. Again, 3 more breaths here. And on an inhale, slowly come back up. Now unravel your legs. The feet flat, center yourself. Take a breath here in the center, not rushing from side to side, just checking in the middle. And then when you're ready, bring your left ankle over your right thigh again. The ankle bone comes to the outside, the foot is flexed to protect the knee here. And beginning by just staying here in this position, letting it settle in a little bit, maybe pushing gently with your left palm, lengthening the hip away from the shoulder. And when you're ready, slowly lift your right leg up, keep the right knee bent, foot is flexed, and then pull it in. And see, you don't even have to use your arms here, especially if your shoulders are really tight. But if you like, you can bring your hands around, but again, just try to keep the shoulders soft, not pulling them up, but allowing them back down. Maybe gently using the left forearm to push the left thigh away. And then from here, slowly release. Keep your legs crossed. In fact, cross the left all the way over. Right foot comes to the floor. Move your right foot a little to the left and allow your knees to come over to the right. Twist to the right. Arms again, any position here. Like this, out like this. If this is too much for the shoulders, keep them down here. And you can turn your head to one side or you keep it looking up. Finding a position here where you feel comfortable. And again, if feet start to unravel a little bit, let them. Let the body relax, sink in. Breathe. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And on an inhale, slowly turn your head back, bring your knees back to center, walk the right foot a little bit more to the right, and then bring your knees to the left. And again, if this is too much in here, place a block under your knees. Support, and then bringing the arms out again, finding a position for your head. Noticing the side might be different than the other. Finding your breath rhythm again. Deep inhalations and long, slow exhalations. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And on an inhale, slowly bring your knees back through center. Move the block, unravel. Maybe let your knees knock together for a moment. Just staying here, centering yourself again, taking a breath or two. And bringing your knees back into your chest on an exhale. And gently widening the knees towards the armpits. You can stay right here, just gently pulling the knees apart. And you can hold on under your knees. You can use your forearms here too, the knees. Sometimes it feels good to hold on with your hands. See if you can bring the soles of the feet facing the ceiling. It's like you're squatting on the ceiling. And you can stay right here. Or if your flexibility allows, bring your hands to your ankles. You can pull down. You can probably see where this is going, more like a happy baby pose. But don't overdo it. So if you have to reach your shoulders and strain your neck to reach your feet, just hold on to the back of your thighs. You want to stay relaxed here. This is the last pose before Savasana, so don't add any strain. If you can reach easily, then you can hold on the outer edges of your feet. Arm goes to the inside of your knee. Breathing here. And the same thing, we're broadening on the inhale and lengthening on the exhalation, pulling the low back, the tailbone, lengthen that to the floor. You can stay still here, or if you like to add movement and gently rock, you can do that too. And then slowly let go. Hug your knees towards your chest one last time. Inhale, really squeezing in. And on the exhale, extending your legs out long, coming into your Shavasana. So make sure now that you're away from the wall, so your feet are not touching anything. Allow your feet to flop open, maybe even roll your legs a couple times in and out. Make sure your tailbone is going this direction a little bit more, so you can even push a little bit down. Bring your arms by your side, and then hug your shoulder blades in together. And then move your upper arms a little bit away from the torso. Palms facing up, biceps spinning away from the torso. Gently roll your head to the side, just a couple inches each side. And rest it back in the center, maybe lengthening the neck just a little bit. And bringing your attention to your head, your forehead. See if there's any tension left and if you can soften that area. Softening the space between your eyebrows, around the eyes, behind the eyes, your temples, the jawline, ears, your mouth, inside of your mouth, your throat, and feeling that relaxation moving all the way down the body, on the arms to the hands, on the back body, down the front body, from the hips, down the legs to the feet. Letting your breath run smoothly and naturally. Enjoying your Savasana. So now slowly begin to deepen your inhalations again. lengthening the exhalations. As each inhale, allow fresh energy to enter through the top of your head, moving down the spine, down the arms, down the legs. On the exhalation, letting go what no longer serves you. Each inhale, renew, refresh. The exhale, release and relax. Keeping your eyes closed, gently begin to move your fingers, your toes, your wrists and ankles, rolling the arms and legs, maybe rolling the neck a couple times. And when you're ready to come up, gently bend your knees. Roll onto one side. And stay down here, resting your head on your upper arm. Take a couple rounds of breath here. Keeping the attention just a little bit longer inward focused. When you're ready, using both hands to press yourself up into any seated position. And sit cross-legged on a block. You can kneel. Bring your palms together, thumbs to the sternum, to your heart center. And I always end my classes with a gratitude practice. So I invite you just for yourself, think about a thing, a person, or an event you are thankful for today. And with gratitude for everything we have and everything we don't have. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. I thank you. Thank yourself for giving you this time out of your day and enjoying this practice. Namaste.